Morning children, welcome back to English class. I am Mrs. Rahila Bibi, your English teacher. Dears, in the last class we have gone to the summary of our first chapter, The Lost Child. I think you have got a clear idea about the story now. Anyway, today we are going to have a look on this chapter once again through a text. I hope you have done your works on time. Anyway, let's discuss it on live class, okay? Now it's time to check into your textbook. Chapter 1, The Lost Child. The Lost Child is a story of a child who goes to a fair with his parents. He is happy and excited and wants the sweets and toys displayed there. But his parents don't buy them for him. Why then does he refuse when someone else offers them to him? Okay, let's do. Before that, shall I ask you one question? Dears, have you ever been to a fair? Or have you ever been to a festival in your locality? Have you heard about Chinnakathupuram? Yeah, it's very famous of a festival of our place, right? Yes. We have a lot of another festivals also here. Like that, this child, a small child, goes to a fair for the first time. That is the speciality of this story. Okay, he goes to a fair. It was a village fair with his parents for the first time, and something happens there. Okay, shall we look on it? Yes. And also don't forget to share one of your experience of a fair or a festival through a work. Okay, I'll give you a work related to it and you can share your experience. Okay? Okay. It was the festival of spring. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. It is the introductory paragraph of our chapter. Here, it was given beautifully that it shown that it was a season of spring and the festival is related with spring season. And here the child goes with this fair of spring season with his parents. And he had seen a group of people there with bright colored dress. And some of them walked towards the fair, some of them rode on horses, and some others are sat and being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. And our boy is running between his father's leg, brimming over with life and love. Yeah, he is so happy because he is going to the fair for the first time. The rest of the part you should read it yourself. I have read the first paragraph for you. Now let's have a look on the short description of our chapter. Okay. While he was walking towards the fair, he had seen a lot of things, lot of toys, dragonflies, mustard field, etc. A shower of young flowers fell upon the child as he entered the grove, and he heard the cooing of doves. But his parents don't want him to wander everywhere. They are calling, "Come, child, come." They called to the child. At last he entered the fair, village fair. There he was fascinated by the confusion of the world he was entering. He had seen a sweetmeat seller there. He had seen his favorite burfi. He heard a flower seller hawked a garland of gulmohar and a balloon seller with yellow, red, green and purple balloons flying from it. He had a desire to possess them all. But he well knew his parents would never buy him the balloons and all those things. So he moved on. Then he see a snake charmer. At last he reaches a nearby roundabout. It's in full swing. Men, women, and children, carried away in a whirling motion, shrieked and cried with dizzy laughter. And this child watched them intently And he made a bolt because he couldn't control his desire for this roundabout. I want to go on the roundabout, please, father, mother. But there was no reply. He turned to look at his parents. They were not there. He turned to look on either side, but they were not there. He looked behind. There was no sign of them. And he found he's lost. He started crying. A full deep cry rose within his dry throat. His yellow turban came untied and his clothes became muddy. He started running to and fro, here and there. There he happened to be in a shrine out of the search of his parents. And he was knocked down. Then a man in the searching crowd heard his cry and lifted him up in his arms. He asked, "How did you get here, child? Whose baby are you?" But the reply of the child was, "I want my mother. I want my father." Then the man tried to soothe the child by taking him to the roundabout. Snake charmer, balloon seller, flower seller, and sweetmeat seller. But the child doesn't want anything. He just sobbed and told, "I want my mother. I want my father." And our story ends with the sobbing words of the child, "I want my mother. I want my father." Here in this story, Mulkraj Anand tries to convey the emotional bond between a child and his parents. In the beginning, while he was there with his parents, he wants everything: balloons, toys, sweets, flowers, etc. But at the moment when he understood that he had lost, he doesn't want anything in the world except his parents. That is the bond between a child and a parent. The same feeling is there for each one of us. Such type of a beautiful family bond and emotional bond is portrayed beautifully through this story, The Lost Child. I think it's clear for you now. Anyway, the task lies upon you is to read the chapter more than once and you have to note down the new word meanings. Clear? Since it is a supplementary reader, you should read the text very well. Then only you will be able to write the essays and paragraph questions. Okay, you can expect the question from any word. So please try to read your text more than once. Now it's time to check on our question answers. Children, please note down. We are in page number 6. Think about it. We are here for comprehension of the chapter. We have 5 questions are here. I'll read it for you. Then we will discuss the answer. Okay. And the rest of the part will be clear through live session. The first question is, what are the things the child sees on his way to the fair? Why does he lag behind? Can you guess the answer? Yes, a lot of things he had seen. No, it's there in page number 1, 2 and 3. You have to search and find it out. What are they? Okay. I'll give you some clues. He had seen toys, mustard field, dragonflies, flower seller, sweetmeat seller, snake charmer, roundabout, etc. Why does he lag behind? Yes, he wants to try them, but he knew that his parents wouldn't allow them. Yes. Now, question number 2. In the fair, he wants many things. What are they? Why does he move on without waiting for an answer? Yes, the same answer of first question comes here also. What are the things that you have to list out till roundabout, and then you have to tell the reason of why he doesn't want to wait for an answer from his parents. Yes, he already knew that the answer would be no from his parents. Okay. Now question number 3. When does he realize that he has lost his way? How have his anxiety and insecurity been described here? Yeah, when he reached the nearby roundabout, he wanted to try once there in this roundabout. At that moment, when he turned back to ask permission, he realized that he had lost his way. And his anxiety and security is portrayed through the words like full deep cry rose within his dry throat, and his cry out of his searching of his parents by calling for father, mother, and tears rolled down from his eyes, hope and fears, all those things comes as a part of this to show his anxiety. Okay, this answer comes in page number 4, first paragraph. Next, fourth question. Why does the lost child lose interest in the things that he had wanted earlier? Yeah, because of the lost feeling of the child. He had felt that he had separated from his parents and he doesn't want anything other than his parents. That is why he doesn't want the things now. Earlier, he had wanted everything when his parents are there with him, but at the moment he realized that he had been lost, he doesn't want anything except his parents. Okay, that is the answer comes here. Next, last question. What do you think happens in the end? Does a child find his parents? Here, this question is only for you. Here, you have to guess and you have to write a climax of your own. Okay. Here, you can complete the story according to your own imagination and try to justify your answer also with the question: does the child find his parents? Okay. Hope it's clear for you. If you have any more doubts, let's clear it on during live session. Okay, dears, it's time to wind up our chapter. Let's check into the homework once again. Homework number 1, read the chapter minimum 5 times. You can choose either loud reading or silent reading. Homework number 2, write the textual question answers. Find out the answers and write it in your notebook. Hope it's clear. Let's meet on live session. Thank you.